So let's read a little bit out of this book. This is about the Encyclicals. The Encyclicals that a bunch of the popes have released throughout the years. And it's supposed to be a vindication. It's supposed to be a vindication of the Catholic Church. The popes against modern errors. The popes against modern errors. Errors. On liberalism. So you got this Pope Gregory the 16th. And what do you think Pope Gregory the 16th is going to say? Well, on liberalism. Liberals? Oh man, these goddamn liberals. Man, they sound like a bunch of fucking stupid ass dumb fucks on the left today. I've only heard two people ever defend liberalism as a concept or an idea. Two! There was that one guy, Jimmy Smith's character on the West Wing, and Al Franken. And what happened to Al Franken, huh? All right, let's hear what Pope Gregory the 16th has to say. We think that you wonder why, from the time of our assuming the pontificate, we have not yet sent a letter to you as is customary and as our benevolence for you demanded. So he's supposed to write a letter to the bishops, and this is titled, Pope Gregory the 16th is August 15th, 1832, and it's Mirari Voss. I don't know, is that on liberalism? Mirari? The fucking Mirari. The Mirari Voss. To all the patriarchs, primates, archbishops, and bishops of the Catholic world. So this encyclical, this letter from the Pope, it's entitled to the patriarchs, okay, all the leading men out there, archbishops and bishops, okay, that's part of the Catholic hierarchy, but the primates? Dear primates of the world, primates, aren't apes and chimpanzees and orangutans? These are all primates. So this encyclical, he's trying to get it to go far and wide. This encyclical, he don't want just goddamn Homo sapiens to read and listen, but he wants all the primates of the world to hear what he's got to say. Let's carry on. We wanted very much to address you by that voice by which we have been commanded, in the person of Blessed Peter, to strengthen the brethren. All right. At once we decided to advise you on healing the wounds of Israel, but the mountain of concerns we needed to address in order to restore public order delays us. What are these mountain of concerns? Our duties are heavy. Pay attention to this goddamn paragraph. In the meantime, we were again delayed because of the insolent and factitious men who endeavored to raise the standard of treason. Eventually, we had to use our God-given authority to restrain the great obstinacy of these men with a rod. 1 Corinthians 4:21. Before we did, their unbridled rage seemed to grow from continued impunity and our considerable indulgence. Indulgences? Didn't the Catholics get fucking in trouble for the indulgences? Martin Luther went ahead with his 95 theses. Fucking a dozen of them was about the indulgences. You know what the indulgences are, right? So let's say Freddie Fred and Nathan Hale and Rosa Luxemburg come up to me, and let's say Spartacus and Scarface and Henry II, okay? So they all come up to me, and they say, look, we got into an argument, we got into a big brawl, we were all attacking everybody, we were fighting, and we just kept on fighting. And I'm like, okay, well, I forgive you for your sin, but you have to do an act of contrition. Your penance, the act of contrition that you got to do in order to satisfy the penance of you getting into fights with each other, because you guys are sorry, and you're sorry from the bottom of your heart. And that's all it takes for God to forgive you. But you need to do an act of contrition for your penance. And the act of contrition that I'm going to tell you to do is you got to pay me $100, each and every one of you. You pay me $100. God's already forgiven you, but if you give me $100, then me, the Pope, priest, bishop, primate, I'll go ahead and forgive you as well. That's what an indulgence was. You come, you confess your sins. The priest says, give me some money, and then your sins are forgiven. So that's pretty fucked up, isn't it? Sit there and basically use people, their honesty against them. Can you imagine? Thank you for being honest. For your honesty, pay me $100. What? What? I do like the idea of confession. Because the idea of confession would be like if you did have someone to go to, somebody would be holding you accountable, and it would be purifying to your soul. But the way that they're using these indulgences is they are fucking the fuck out of you. all six of y'all got into a fight. Maybe I should try to figure out who the fuck started it. What was the goddamn problem? Maybe it had something to do with me. Maybe I didn't have enough food for you and you guys were fighting over food. And so ultimately it was my fucking fault. But you were honest. You told me you all got in a fight, and then I turned that shit around and made sure that each and every one of you all had to pay me $100. You hear me, Henry II? The grand jury ain't going to save you, Henry II. Freddie Fred Hampton, Spartacus, you're not going to lead no goddamn slave uprising against me. I'm going to give him $100. Nathan Hale, oh, you want revolution. He says taxation without representation. No, sorry there, Nathan Hale. You're going to give me my $100. Rosa Luxemburg. Well, so who are these insolent and factitious men who endeavored to raise the standard of treason? Eventually we had to use our God-given authority to restrain the great obstinacy of these men with the rod. Before we did, their unbridled rage seemed to grow from continued impunity in our considerable indulgence. For these reasons, our duties have been heavy. Now, I'm going to get back to that paragraph later on. Let's read a couple more of these quotes. Let's just get an idea, right? We hasten to help. Powers of darkness dominate. In these difficult times, we know that you are concerned for the faith in these difficult times. Now is truly the time in which the powers of darkness winnow the elect like wheat. Luke 22:53. The earth mourned and faded away. The sacred is despised. Shepherds must be watchful. The obedience due bishops is denied. Their rights are trampled underfoot. We're kind of bitching about everything. We're going to preserve anything and everything. Never are we going to change. One guy, conservative, told me, I like this refrigerator right here. Okay, that's good. Keep your fridge, and your fridge can stay right there. The Great Depression actually happened because of the overproduction of durable goods. I don't know if you know that or not. But keep your fridge, and keep your fridge right in that place. But you got kids. People need refrigerators. You don't have enough housing. So you're going to need more housing, more space, and then people can get their refrigerators, and then their fridge can stay right there. As long as you keep having kids, how are you going to deny the influx of constant change? You have a bunch of kids, and then you're like, oh man, everything's fucking changing. Yeah, I guess so. Probably something goddamn brand new every goddamn day. So for Pope Gregory the 16th, he doesn't want shit to change. He's shocked by the hierarchy. Oh my God, we start questioning one thing, we'll question another, and then what? The bishops don't get to tell the priest what to do, and then the priest don't tell the people what to do, and then the Pope, the hierarchy, it all breaks down, and then we'll all be nothing. We'll be nothing, just dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. He talks about how shameless the lovers of liberty are. Oh, you lovers of liberty, how shameless are you? Catholics, with this fucking Catholic church talking about being shameless, holy fucking shit. Marriages are forever. You